What's up, guys? So, for the hell of it, I decided let's try that parallel coil in my protank because I picked up my protank this morning and it was kind of weak sauce. And I said, well, hell, let's try it in the protank. So, it's in my protank. 5 wraps of 32 because 32 fits in here better than 28. Because if I went that far with 28, I'd be hitting the sides. So I used my 32, 5 wraps. Don't know the ohms. I know that it's sub-ohm. How do I know that? Because if you put some things on my MVP version 1, the light stays on. Kind of like Inokin's little error code. It lit up the first couple times and then just said, no, you dummy, you can't use that on here. So I got out my spinner and I started it down at 3.3, and we'll go down there. Little wispy. We'll go up 3.8. Right? It would probably be even better with a little stiffer draw. But as you all know, I have my protank holes drilled out so I can take long hits. And that's good stuff. However, you can keep going. 4.2 is usually where I rock my protank with a standard coil. And let me see here. This is my standard 28 gauge coil right there that I just pulled out. I said, the hell with it, I'll just pull it out. Let's rewick it. I finally got to use some of that cotton wick. My cotton wick. There's 2 strands of my cotton wick. That is exactly what I have wrapped in this coil. What size is this coil? The same size as the coil that I put in there. I got this screwdriver right here. You can see this part's thicker. This part's about 3 mil. Fits in my RSST just perfect. But that's not the part I use to wrap my protank coils on. I use this smaller part right here. See that? Fits perfectly on there. That's what I use. Don't know what size it is. But it's still just a hair bigger than what the slots in the protank are. So I cannot use the screwdriver to set the coil down in there. For that, we turn to this, because this fits perfectly in that slot. And I set it in there, and I set it in the cup, like that. And then I trap my wires. That's how we do that. Parallel coil in the protank. Just delicious. It's just like my Nautilus. I was vaping on this for the hell of it this morning, trying to vape the rest of the juice out. But it just tastes old, and after a bunch of hits, I was like, I don't want that no more. And my tobacco juice that's in here is getting that. I'm kind of old, and I don't really think it's steeping your juice when you have it in a tank that's been used, because it's basically getting recontaminated with any burnt stuff that was on your coil or anything else. But usually doesn't take me too long to go through juice on the protank. So parallel coil. in a protank. You know, had Rick Trippers not put the video out there in the first place. Even though I was thinking about it beforehand, what if you just wrap two of them together? What happens then? Then he showed me. That's what happens. All right, cool. Let's do it. Hell with it. Let's do it. Hey, let's do it in the protank. Let's do it. Juice isn't terrible. It's still better than a real stinky. So we'll just vape that out and see what we want to put in there. Like I said before, usually my dragon fruit is living in here, but I did find some tobacco flavor a while back and filled it up. One reason I love the spinner. Haven't given it up yet. Because I can do some sub-ohm. Not heavy sub-ohm. I wouldn't dare go down to where I push the button and it just starts a fire, but let's see. Put that down to 3.3. That's how I heated up the parallel coil and scrunched it together to make it the parallel micro coil, whatever you want to call it. You know, it's not a macro coil because it's not that big, but wispy vapor, wispy. Yeah. Let's go up to 3.8. Just a couple primers here. Yeah, it's full. Wish I could show you on that, but the light goes off so quick. See how that light stays on for a second afterwards, after I let go? Yeah, that means it's sub-ohm on here. So, we crank it up where I like it. Let's go 4.3. Sometimes the light just stays on. Didn't that time. It's not going to do it now, huh? Alright. Go 4.5. This is pretty wispy vapor out of my MVP. But yeah, wispy. We can put it on the mod. I'll put it on the mod. Straight 3.7 volts. This is fresh off the charger about an hour ago. It's not bad on the mod. It has that nice, this is what you're getting and that's it, and we're going to keep it right here. Whereas I can bump this up. It's not bad on the mod. I just prefer it on the spinner because I can bump it up over 4 volts. Now if I had a mod box that I could bump it up with two 18650s in there, that would be awesome. Looking all over. I don't want to build my own. I do, but I don't. See how that vapes? It vapes so nice. Another reason I love to use 5 and 6 milligram juice is because I can just chain vape it. I like vaping, just like I like smoking. However, with smoking, that's what you get. And if you want another one, you have to decide whether you want that feeling or not. It's kind of like when I bump back up to 12 milligram and I want to vape on that. I want to use my RSST. And after about the third pull, you realize, hey, there's 12 milligram juice in there, and you put the RSST back to the side, and you grab the K-Fun because the K-Fun's got 6 milligram in it, and you can keep vaping that. It's good stuff, man. Parallel coil in the protank. Nicely done. I like that. 32 gauge. Here's my old 32 gauge. Still using it. This spool's like a year old. There's not a lot left. You can see the white behind it. But that's what I used for a really long time. Recoiling. Protanks. Recoiling. When I did recoil, a couple of these. Recoil, put a couple of micro coils in the Aspire. Rocking a stock one in there now. But 32 gauge fits in the non-rebuildables a lot better than even 28 gauge does, because you're limited to how many wraps you can do when it's that much thicker of a wire. So yeah, it's sub-ohm. Just know that by the light. Let me prove it. What is this? 1.6, 1.8, something like that. Let's turn her down. Let's go down to 4.1. 4.1. And you'll see the light should turn right off as soon as I let go. Hey, it didn't. Wonder why. Always has before. Let's retry it. It always has before. Oh well. We all know my battery's going wonky in that. So, that's what I got for you. You know what I'm going to say? Do you know what I'm going to say? Have you watched these videos before? Do you know what I'm going to say? I know what I'm going to say. Yeah, that's what I'm going to say. You all have fun now, because I know I will.